Yeah, it works.
Oh, it's working.
It works. Yeah.
Oh, incredible!
Do you want to start it?
Yeah, you start. You're the.
Hello, and welcome to the Daniel Show. This is our first podcast. If you haven't guessed already, we don't really know what we're doing, but today we have two very special guests who might come back depending on how they feel.
Yeah.
We have good old Alex Kelly and the good old Sam Hardy.
Yes, hello everyone.
Welcome, boys.
So I think we don't really know what we're going to talk about in this podcast.
But we have overlying themes, so like we'll do conspiracy theories, but just general waffle.
Yeah, you know how it is.
I think Sam, you've come prepared with.
Yeah, I had some stuff. So I think the first one maybe you boys would like to discuss maybe is about maybe 9/11.
Yeah, 9/11.
And I looked into it, and apparently one of the main reasons why people think that it was an inside job is that.
Just gonna say, 9/11 might have been an inside job, might not have.
Yeah, it's about Bush, how Bush was a crook, basically.
Yeah, and one of the main reasons, or let's say conspiracies, is that some people believe that the actual plane that hit into the Twin Towers, well, two of them obviously, but both are actually not the planes that.
It took off.
So
it was JFK.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Mainly, most people think they're drones, or some think that they were generally no one was on board, and it was just three American pilots who were like, I'll take one for the team. I'll take one for the team. I'll kill innocent people's lives
and myself.
Just so we can invade Iraq.
It's a new form of euthanasia.
Yeah. I don't hear it's very good though.
No. It's not as good.
Yeah.
But I would say it is suspicious. From a lot of the evidence I'm seeing, before I was just like, conspiracy, is it true? It's too much.
Hat guys.
Yeah, but it's too much of a big deal for it to be a conspiracy. But since I've seen the evidence, it is very suspicious just to me as a person.
I think one of the main things why people don't think it's true or have any like backing is because whenever we say conspiracy, the next thing people say is theory.
Yeah.
Where not conspiracy facts.
Not just conspiracy. Just like, because obviously when you label something with a theory, it's maybe not true, doesn't have as much evidence. But with 9/11, there is so much hard just evidence that it can't be real. It like the normal story that we were all told just may not be true, and it was an inside job. I think the main reason is because they wanted to invade Iraq and they needed something.
They needed an excuse to do so.
Americans like doing that. I'm not generalising in this.
But
in the 1940s, especially like the First World War, they weren't really supposed to be involved.
No, but they just wanted to. Yeah.
Until Japan, they effectively took Japan's one attack and thought, let's go twofold on that. So it's in their history.
I wonder what this does. Let's fly over to Japan, see what this little thing does. Oh, that's what it does.
And then they repeat it.
They planned it, I think. But another thing that really caught me off guard, I remember I watched the documentary that was about the conspiracy, and it was the fact that
the 9/11.
And it was the fact that Bush only reacted after the second plane went in.
It
was
was
very
very
weird. Like, wow, one's blown up, that's alright. Yeah. But two, no, we can't be.
And also, there's on recording that, so in his first speech after obviously the attack, he said that he was in the White House, alerted as soon as the first one in, got into a car, was like, well, I'm going to sort this out. Where it was actually found that he was at a kid's school, just reading some bedtime stories to these kids, and then one of the bodyguards were like...
Wait, I'm sorry, but why would it be a bedtime story if it's in the middle of the day?
I don't know any daytime story for kids. I was always told bedtime stories.
But it could be a daytime story.
Maybe he was doing that.
Maybe he was. Maybe
it was like the nap thing. You know, like...
Yeah.
So they get cranky.
Bit nostalgic. But Bush was an odd bloke. He was an odd bloke, so he would be doing stuff like that.
Yeah, he wasn't
But that was one part of the story that I thought, that is dodgy.
Yeah.
Like, why would you
not
be reacting?
That's the conspiracy fact again.
Yeah, again.
You've got solid evidence against it, but the CIA, FBI, whoever, they haven't declassified it as actual evidence.
Yeah, they don't want to. Like I said, like... I think they just really... Also, the thing is like, there was always footage for the second, as you said, like how Bush reacted to the second. Mm-hmm. There was for a while, only footage of the second plane hitting. Mm-hmm. So people also think that the first one may not have hit as well, so they stopped all footage of that and then tried to replace it and maybe, edit it again like the first footage of the plane. Because for some weird reason, no one caught the first plane hitting.
Yeah.
At the first at live time.
For a long time. Yeah.
Which is also a bit suspicious.
Yeah, but there's also so many other factors.
How could you control so many people in not recording it? And how could obviously America's fairly impressive with the
that is true.
time.
That is true. But I mean, there's some stuff where people go, there was no one actually in the building.
But I feel like a lot of people did die in it. But if you think about the scale, say if a plane hit Canary Wharf's buildings like HSBC, the fatality rate would be massive.
Yeah.
If it wasn't obviously planned.
Uh-huh.
Whereas it wasn't as it was still monumental, but it wasn't on the same scale.
A few thousand people died.
Yeah,
it was. But if you think about the scale of the building, obviously it's still terrible, but it's not on the scale you'd expect.
But if you think about how the US is built, US cities are building the grid system. So let's use New York, and you've got whatever streets in whatever street. You can't see because we don't have video, but I'm doing a horizontal line, vertical line. For you guys, so it's a horizontal, vertical line, so it's very neatly organised. And I think I've been to where the Twin Towers Memorial thing, and there's lots of space around it. So if there was something to fall, then there would be space to fall. But in, say, Canary Wharf, it's very compact and tight together. So if something would fall, it have a knock-on effect.
Well, also something that I've just remembered is that obviously the third plane never hit. Some people think again that was just a way in which it was like, oh, us Americans, if somehow we can make it seem like one of our the people was able to overcome the terrorists, everyone can go, oh, well done to someone.
America,
solidarity. Give a pound of back.
Can we throw some sociology in here?
They're a lot more patriotic. They are a lot more patriotic.
Shout out to you, Mr. Skilly.
But naturally, Americans are more patriotic. Like if you say something in Britain, they'll just laugh. Someone from England would think it's funny. Yeah. But in America, there's a sense of being more serious. So they probably think that would make them look really strong and brilliant.
Agreed. And also, so obviously there was three. There were 3 planes that apparently hijacked, and obviously there was 3 terrorists on each one. And also there's also some evidence, which was these 3 people who claimed were the ones who took over the plane. They went to flight school for a couple of weeks before, and apparently they were embarrassingly poor. Like they were kicked off the course.
So why would you be letting them do that?
So they were apparently awful. Like generally the work but for some reason when they actually got onto the plane, they were able to control a plane that some people who are actually pilots take years to master, and they've done 2 weeks. We're told they were shockingly bad, and someone was able to control it as you do.
Why would you leave it in the hands of these
and also some American pilots have said the skill you needed to do that, you needed to be a very high level pilot that's gone through extensive course over this is some of the most experienced pilots to even drive that thing, even to keep that plane going to aim. It has to be trained pilots within America, within the system. I think personally,
they could have just said that. You don't.
That's true. I mean, they could. That's very true. It could be
the whole thing is trying to cover it up, so you can never look at what they've said and take that as the truth. But another thing that always got me was how the buildings fell. That never sat well with
controlled demolition, wasn't it?
That just doesn't happen.
Wait, hang on.
He's just going. Dan is just thrusting his arms up and down.
You're lucky you can't see us at the moment. But as I was saying, it's just not natural, is it?
No, it should go like a pancake. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone I've read, and it should be
yeets down.
Yeah, slowly. But with this, it doesn't look like a controlled demolition. It just goes straight.
Yeah.
I mean that's also evidence as well.
And I'm not really quite sure on these facts, but what was the building made out of?
Metal, glass.
But there was
concrete.
A particular material.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember the name, but it was something. It's a bit like it sort of links to not Grenfell, but again, it has that
the material.
But Grenfell was a government problem.
But what I'm saying is it still links to there was a material or whatever item in that building that was sustainable to that sort of effect. So obviously no building's really prepared for a plane to fly straight into it. I mean Christ, I mean don't know what you would need to be able to cope with that, but there was something that it was able to catch a light or like
disintegrate. Yeah, like come on, like
and also a lot of people who were there who survived, obviously, they say they didn't hear like
a boom.
It was like an explosion.
It was a boom.
It was a boom. It was like a bomb sort. It wasn't like. I don't know what a plane. But it apparently doesn't sound like a normal plane crash. Not like.
And witnesses of natural disasters, they're not gonna lie about it. Like,
no,
why should they?
Unnatural disaster, because you can't really say a dude flying a plane into a
unnatural. But any disaster, why would they lie? First of all, they're not involved in it. They're not going to get charged. But second of all, they want to help people that have been affected.
I'm sure the government can get some NDAs out.
I'm also thinking I don't know how well planned this was. I believe it was an inside job, but it could be the people who've been there, who we say were the civilians. They could have been all actors. They could have been all in it. They could have been They could have been told to be there at that time. Wait, they ever hear a story? You say this like.
But do you know how much planning?
I know.
And it's also the ethical issues. Like, would they want to be complicit in it? It's
true. But then again, we're talking about America, and also there's money being thrown in their faces.
Yeah. Careful what you're saying.
I think it is plausible. I mean, we don't know. See, obviously, we'll never really know. Well, hopefully one day one president goes, that was him. But maybe this was going on for years, like trying to sort this out. Maybe it was. I don't know. I don't know. No one knows. But
in conclusion, what would you say you think about it?
I believe it was an inside job.
Yeah,
I do. Personally, we've all agreed on that one.
Yeah.
9/11's an inside job. 3 sixth formers.
We've debunked it. We've debunked it.
I hope you enjoyed that part of it. We went in big detail.
So we've talked about some, probably possible realistic situations in conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
So what do you guys know about lizard people?
Oh my god. Not that much.
Not too knowledgeable.
No, I've read a book by David Icke, and he's a real believer in that the high beings in our society are lizards.
Yeah.
From what I remember reading, it's just that.
Why did you read it?
Why did I read it? Because I'm really interested. Well, David Icke is a really big conspiracist. Well, he calls himself.
He went on the True Geordie podcast.
Shout out to them. Big up, Brian. Big up, Brian and Lawrence. We love you guys. But no, it's just he's amazing. Like what I love about him is so he was a period where he was just called crazy. Like you put it in the podcast, like everyone thought this guy was a nutter. But the stuff that he's been saying about the royal family and Princess Diana, for example.
What's the stuff I've heard various conspiracy theories related to the royal family.
Well,
I don't know weed you out with one I'm thinking of.
What are you thinking of? Which one are you?
How the Queen's immortal because she eats kids.
Oh God!
That's very good. I thought you were about to talk about how the Queen knocked off Diana.
He's been saying this for years, saying about how there's been a paedophile ring within the royal family, I agree as well. But and it's how over time now stuff is being found out that whatever he said, let's say 50 years ago, for example, that everyone went, oh, this isn't true, is now being found out and it's factual and is now true. It's just so that's why I read his book, because I was like, maybe this guy does speak facts, but. I believe him with a lot of the conspiracies. For example, 9/11. I think he's put a lot of research and time into it, and I think it is true what he's found. But stuff about lizard people and how the higher beings
it's quite funny,
are rising up and it is a very weird concept and quite. I don't know who came up with it at the start. Like, do you think about that?
Illuminati.
He wasn't the originator, but one person I always link him to is. Back in the day, Darwin with his evolution theory, he was the equivalent of him.
They really are, aren't
they?
David Icke. And I'm just thinking, like, Darwin these days would just be like a normal, logical geezer. Back then, he was a nutter.
Yeah. Back then, a few million years.
But that's how it is, isn't it? That's how it, like, maybe I don't know if David Icke is the new Darwin, but like stuff that he said. But
it's just how he was treated.
And also how what he was saying and what he was preaching. Over time, is found to be true.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Like you said, like when Darwin was.
You might not think like back in the day. You thought that's how are you going to prove that? You absolute old buffoon.
Yeah,
but he did. So who's laughing now?
So, do you want to hear a bit more about the Queen thing?
Let's go more into children. I mean, I've never really heard this.
I saw this on a YouTube channel called Strangers Mysteries, who's got some good conspiracy stuff on.
Okay.
In some stuff is like proper like Mother Gaia sort of stuff. Sounds moved away
from
the guitar.
Trying to make sure I don't hit
guitar in the way.
So, from what I can remember, because it was quite a while ago, there's Queen's Guard. It's quite a well-paying job. I went into the fridge and you saw I can't remember if it was a brain or a heart or something of a kid.
Wow.
And he delved a bit deeper into it, and they found out that the Queen was eating this stuff, or Queen might have been eating it. That's how she stayed alive for such a long time.
Right. Which Queen is this?
Elizabeth II.
Yeah, Elizabeth II. How old is she?
It's still recent. She's still alive. Still.
Yeah.
How old is she? Current time of recording, she is still alive.
90.
She's in her 90s.
Yeah, I think she's maybe 92, 93.
Who's the second or third? Is it Charles?
I think.
Because he or Philip?
No, it's William.
No,
it's Charles.
It's Charles. Because Charles is getting really old. Like he might not even be able to.
Who's Philip's the husband?
Yeah, I thought it was William, then his kids.
No, because I think it does go. But everyone's saying that William might not accept it because he's that old. I think William will then go.
William's not old.
Not William. Charles.
Oh, yeah, Charles, that's it.
Charles.
Yeah. Charles is next in line. But I think people are believing that when the Queen, we don't know, she might live forever now. She's easy kids. But when she does go, he might go, I'm not actually going to become king because I myself haven't got that long left.
Can I just say, I think the Queen eating kids is a load of rubbish, because how do you just get kids?
Anyone could eat kids.
Anyone can eat kids.
There are, if you look on the dark web, I'm sure you could find people that do that.
Yeah,
so I think that is a load
I read a few interviews with cannibals. And kids. I don't know how much easier kids are to capture.
Yeah.
But adults, cannibalism is legal in the UK.
What?
Cannibalism is legal in the UK if it's I don't know how this works.
Well, if the body's gifted to you.
No, if the person is dead, obviously. If you don't say if I murder you,
it's not cannibalism. That's
shut up.
Isn't it?
No, if
necrophilia is when you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
get it out.
Messed up way.
If I kill you and I eat you, that's illegal. But if you're dead and you say to me, when I die, you can eat me, that's legal. It's perfectly legal.
That's stupid.
It's mad.
But another thing, on the same topic of just stupid laws, I remember we were looking in, I think was it sociology?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Basically, in
Sudan.
Was it Sudan?
Sudan.
If you do incest with, say, your mum, you get 5 years in prison. 5 years in prison, right? Mm. But if it's with your dad or another male family member, you get killed.
Yeah. See, I can see that. I can see that happening.
Some countries' law systems are so messed up. It's unbelievable.
Some in America, I don't think in one state you can't buy a hat in a certain month without your husband's permission. You can't have an ice cream in your back pocket. How specific? I'm standing up now. Do you want to give a play-by-play of what I'm doing?
Okay.
Yeah.
So how stupid do you have to be to get my put it in your damn pocket?
It's
just not what.
I have that law as well.
You deserve to be arrested.
Yeah, if you're doing that. If that's what you want to do in your day-to-day life, you do deserve to be. I don't know, maybe killed. No, I'm joking. Punished by death.
I found that really funny because, I'm not funny, but it's just a bit. It's weird, isn't it?
Stupid.
Yeah. Why should it be extended to?
Because it's a
death sentence, and also, don't get me wrong, incest is a stupid, weird thing.
Yeah.
But a death sentence is a bit extreme, I think, for that.
I think so as well.
I do agree. But if you are into having sexual intercourse with any of your family members, get help. Get help, please.
Please do. We don't promote any of this.
We do not promote murder, incest.
Cannibalism.
Putting ice cream in your back pocket.
Yeah, that is the worst of them all.
I think you can do no more wrong.
That really is the worst of them all. Alright.
Yeah, so do you want to explain the bet? We have a bet.
So for I'm not actually
I'm going to prepare.
It's between Alex and Dan. So the bet is, can Dan eat 5 double Belgian chocolate chunk cookies?
And these are big boys.
Yeah, these are big.
Shout out to our sponsor.
All I'm saying is, when you go to the Sainsbury's or Tesco's or wherever you are in the world, your local supermarket, these are not the thin cookies. They're not the thin, crispy. What I like to call fake cookies. Okay, it's only that schmuck. These are thick bad boys. Okay, these are what we call a cookie. I think these are what we agree as 3 young men. These are what we distinguish as real cookies.
This is manly cookies.
Right, so Dan's going to try and eat 5 of these bad boy cookies.
Alright, we need to set a time
in under 5 minutes. Is that right?
Yeah.
We're doing 5 and 5. Okay, cool. Obviously, we're not counting the
wrappers.
Yeah, the wrappers.
And we're putting this into perspective, right? One of these makes you feel very full. That's an experience.
If he does do this, fair play.
You've earned the visor. Yeah. That's what I'm going to say.
I mean, would I want to go at this? Maybe. Maybe not in 5 minutes, because I probably would feel ill. But could I eat 5 cookies in in half an hour? Easy.
Definitely.
These are serious good cookies, right?
Alright, who's setting up the timer?
Do you want to?
No, you do it.
Okay. Wait.
So, we'll set
wait, actually, have you got...
I don't know.
Actually, do you want me to do that?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Alright, we'll start it.
Okay.
Just say whatever.
Come on, little
okay, no, you're fine with your preparation this far? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. It's a good start.
He's done a breaking down technique.
So his technique at the moment is breaking them down into small parts and just trying to eat them away.
One hard bit about these is the chips. The chocolate chips are the most difficult part of it, I would say.
Yeah, because you've got a soft base, and then sometimes you're going to get hit with a nice chunky little bit of chocolate.
This does not look comfortable.
That's one done.
Is that one done already?
That's one done. That's one done in under 30 seconds.
Okay, I said if he didn't have one in 1 minute, he'd be in trouble. But at the moment, he's on his way.
1 in under 30 seconds, I think that's quite a good ratio. So if you carried on doing that, you would do it in 2.5 minutes.
Right, my money's in danger here. Oh, by the way, the money that we have got on the line is a very good note, actually. I thought it was fake at first.
My lord!
My dad gave it to me because I did jobs around the house, but it doesn't look very real, does it? But it is.
Why is this? When was this released? Do you know?
I actually have no idea.
It looks fake.
My dad gave it to me. I didn't see it. I was like, oh, thanks. Put it in my pocket. So it's blue.
Is that new?
It's a £5.
That must be new.
It's got to be a new £5.
That's incredible. Can I?
Yeah. Good distraction for Dan during his challenge.
If no one, it's for all the listeners out there.
Right.
Yeah, all 3 listeners of ourselves. It hasn't got any. It hasn't got any of the royal family's face on it, or anyone.
Good. This is the new nose that we want to see.
It just seems to be a little girl on a beach. Yeah, and wait, is that a plane? No, that's a boat. That's a boat.
It's probably an indirect message to the royal family if you think about the paedophile and the fact there's a small girl on a beach. I'm just saying. Another conspiracy we've been talking about. But it's from the Ulster Bank. Shout out to the Ulster Bank.
I don't think I've ever heard of them.
No sponsors.
Yeah. We've got a lot of sponsors to the video. Starbucks as well.
Yeah, guys, come on. Hit us up with a commercial deal.
Come on, please. I know it's the first podcast.
Come on, we'll do anything. We'll do anything to get
sponsors. Nice the boy, Daniel. Come on. Well, so far, it's pretty solid.
I think he's nearly done.
Let's see the time now.
It's 2 minutes.
It's 11.
He may have to start speeding up now. I think he thought he had a little bit more time there.
If you saw just the panic that watched over.
He's now. Yeah, you can have water. You can have water.
You can have mine.
Well, everyone's on panic station. We'll try and get
use that. I can't believe I'm helping him. But, it's all part of the spirit of the podcast.
But okay, so it's now just gone 2 minutes and 37 seconds, and he's nearly done 2.5. So this is going to be a real race, but
finish. It's like Matt Stoney. You watched him?
No.
He's this eating YouTuber. If you haven't watched him, anyone who's listening,
please don't tell him to watch anyone else. No.
Yeah, watch us first, of course.
Yeah.
But Matt Stoney, he is a good YouTuber, and I feel like
3 minutes.
He demolished them in about 30 seconds.
I don't think he's going to do this.
He's got to go for it. He's got to go
for it. My god! Is it effective? Is it effective? We don't know.
I think that's the only way. That's the only way. This is tense. Look at that. We're not going to tell the time.
Yeah, should we leave it?
We'll leave it because it's less pressure.
Yeah.
I know.
If it goes after the 5, should we carry on and see like how long it does take you to eat 5? No. So okay.
We got that now.
Okay, cool. We got
our
we got a stuffed
stuffed Dan.
Yeah, stuffed Dan going.
Was very confident before, but
yeah,
I don't know. Could still do it.
Yeah, there's still time. There's still definitely time.
This is going to be tight, you know. I'm just seeing the time. It's a crisp £5 note. It's on the line.
It's on the line.
I feel like we should say in the background there's a lot of music going on.
Yeah, we are recording this in a music room.
But we make sacrifices for the people. What can we say?
We've got to get this out to you.
And I still feel if Dan doesn't do it in the time, it's still a valiant effort.
It's still a very good effort. Yeah. I don't think we mentioned he's now got 2 of the cookies and placed them on top of each other and eating it almost if it's like a burger without anything in between, just as these are 2 buns.
And they're thick boys.
Yeah, actually no, it's actually also he's taken away the buns and just had 2 beef patties and placed them together. That's all.
Alright, so we're gonna look at the countdown. Okay. Should we do from 10?
Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
can't do it.
3, 2, 1.
Good effort. Good effort. Good effort. I mean,
I rate that.
I reckon. Well done. I reckon if we did that, that's 1.5.
He had 1.5 cookies left. That's
that's a good effort, and I'm gonna.
We haven't actually ended the podcast. You might just be quiet for it.
Not fun.
Okay.
I have to admit, that's impressive. He's managed that much.
That is very impressive.
Try and nibble that. That's
inside.
I don't know. When I have the what was it? The double chocolate.
Triple.
Triple.
Yeah, this is double.
Triple would be
these.
impossible.
No. These feel a lot more.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why, but they felt a lot more. These feel. My God, look.
They're really chewy.
They're really chewy.
You're right. Also,
I feel like everyone needs to respect.
My jaw really hurts now.
Needs to respect how hard that challenge was.
My God.
We need to respect it because that was difficult. And you flew through that first cookie. I can't lie.
All I'm saying is man versus food.
Daniel Pleasure.
Have a go at this. I don't want to use these are biscuit cookies.
No, these are beef cookies.
They're not. If they're thin, they're not a cookie. They're a bloody biscuit. Okay, you basically have to digest it. You basically have to digest it. Okay, so
only big boy movements.
Yeah.
Only big boy.
We want. How thick is that? I don't know.
I'd say a centimetre.
Yeah,
centimetre cookie. We're giving you an in-depth analysis here.
I'll put a photo.
It's like match of the day, but for cookies.
Also, we've got to give props to Alex because he called it. He said the chocolate chips would be the hardest part.
They really are,
and they bloody well are.
I know them well. What can I say?
They are fine.
So I think that's the end of our first podcast.
Wow, solid.
Yeah.
Surpassed all expectations.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Anytime. Apologies, it couldn't be live. The school's blocked YouTube.
Oh really?
And doing it live. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well.
Hopefully next time.
The school's trying to stop the grind.
Hopefully a VPN company can sponsor us and
ExpressVPN.
Yeah, ExpressVPN.
NordVPN.
Nord, anyone.
Express.
Come on, anyone got to be able to sponsor.
I'll even take Raid Shadow Legends.
I play it all the time.
It's a great game. Alright guys.
And it's multiplayer.
Yeah. Well, again, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. And I'll see you all later. Bye everyone.
Bye.